shady. Throwing some shade. It's the coach. This is the 2019 season on EA Sports. Coming up, we'll see LaShawn McCoy coming off a big game a week ago, as it'll be the Carolina Panthers taking on the Indianapolis Colts. I'll be back with you again with scores around the league at halftime. But kickoff right around the corner. And standing by to call the action, here are Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
Okay, Coach, EA Sports coverage of the NFL brings us to the Hoosier State and Lucas Oil Stadium in downtown Indianapolis. The scene a few moments ago, here it is. It's unlike any other in sport as both teams made their way out of the tunnel. These folks are fired up as their guys are ready to do battle between the Carolina Panthers and the Indianapolis Colts. With Charles Davis, I'm Brandon Gaudin. And Charles, we take a look at the Colts entering play. It's late in the year. We all know it. We've seen the calendar for these guys. Their bodies could probably use a break, but they have to push on.
And they're really not as worried about that as maybe we think. They know they've got the entire offseason to rest. All they care about is the game in front of them and finishing strong.
On the other side of the field for the visiting Panthers, they come in the midst of a season-crushing losing streak. It's up to 9 games now.
And I don't have a PhD in psychology, but you can see it in their body language. This is not a team that is organized and been ready to play.
The holiday season is upon us. We've got the gift of the NFL as we're underway here in Week 16. This is taken at his 4. And he'll take it up past the 25 to the 26-yard line. So the Colts now coming out for their opening drive. They'll be led out by the rookie, the 6th overall pick back in April out of Duke, and that's Daniel Jones.
And it would be interesting to see pretty early in this one exactly where his head is, because the best quarterback shake off performances like he had last week. Way too many interceptions. Didn't throw a touchdown pass. Team lost the game. Let's see if he can bounce back and get things going in the right direction.
They'll be trying to forget those 3 picks, as you noted. And pretty nice work defensively there on the first down run as they hold him to a gain of a couple. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. And here's our first look today at this offense.
And let's start with LaShawn "Shady" McCoy, their star running back. He can do everything. Run it inside, get to the perimeter, and, of course, catch it out of the backfield.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Jones. And that going to be incomplete. A lot of contact, no call, and it's 3rd down. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. In this unit, they've struggled a little bit against the pass, ranked number 21 in the league.
And I think you're going to see some changes in the offseason, whether it's through the draft, free agency, maybe even both. They definitely need some help in the secondary.
An early tough test on the opening drive. This is 3rd and 8. Jones now. From the gun, he'll throw. Found his target, it's Anderson. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk at the 45. Good yardage there for the Colts. 18 and a 1st down.
They've got good playmakers on the offensive side of the ball. I don't know what happened last week to really hurt their performance and hold down their production, but I would dare say that this week in practice, there's a lot of talk about how they're going to increase their proficiency.
And that was a good start, getting the playmakers involved. You mentioned that to me pregame. That's what they did there.
Yeah, I think a lot of people think the coaching staff really gets on them, and that's how they motivate them. Most of these guys are self-motivated. They have a lot of pride in their performance.
Jones throwing complete here to Tate. And down he goes at the 49, a 3-yard pickup. Only 3 yards on the catch. It's 3rd down. To throw on 3rd down, Jones. And that is incomplete. He shook his head right when he released that throw. He knew it was going to be a little off target.
Yeah, the excitement got him on that one. Wasn't able to control the fact the receiver was open, and it would have been an easy throw.
And this one will not be returnable as it sails out of bounds. So here are the Panthers now under head coach Ron Rivera. They'll be led out by their 6'4" quarterback from Western Kentucky by way of South Florida. It's Mike White.
And the numbers were not pretty. I mean, they don't look right. When you throw 2 interceptions, no touchdown passes, there's no way to really make that work. but I thought there were a lot of positives in watching his game tape. I think he's close to putting out a good performance. Let's see if he can flip those numbers around in this game. And, of course, rally his team to a win.
The first play of the drive there is incomplete. And the Buffet boys, the O-line, hopefully they're ready today.
Listen, you got to feed them first. But if you do, you usually get a great product out on the field. And when they play well, the quarterback can't wait to feed them afterwards.
So now they'll come up on 2nd and 10, once again from the 28. Looking left side, and he's got a man. That's Morgan. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. It'll be a loss of a yard, and that'll bring up a 3rd and 11 situation. On 3rd down, White. And that will be incomplete. So the defense able to get off the field here on 3rd down.
And it's one of the goals of the game. They've got to be effective on passing downs. It's one of the few things defenses chart. How did we do on 3rd down? That's a nice start for them in this one.
So a change of possession here on the punt. And the Colts will go on offense here, 1st and 10. Now Jones off the play fake. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Daniil Hunter has now recorded 10 sacks on the season. After the sack, it's 2nd and 19, and the road gets a bit tougher from here. Throwing Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And they'll bring him down here right around the 17-yard line. That throw good for only a couple. It brings up 3rd down.
Single receiver. Hey, over there.
Jones throwing on 3rd and long. He's got his running back, LaShawn McCoy. And he'll go down just shy of the 25 at the 24-yard line.
Well, the good thing about covering any game I do with you is I know that there's no problem with rhythm. Now, what we're watching offensively, a little bit of a problem there.
Yeah, punt on the first drive, looking at another one here. Just a little slow. You know, they were talking about a fast start, but that hasn't been the case.
Yeah, and let's face it, any team we cover always talks about a fast start.
That's true.
But it's not necessarily going to happen just because they say so. And whether it's the script, whether it's, just what they're going through, whether they're seeing different defenses, they're going to have to figure it out as this game moves on.
And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 11 yards and a Panther first down. These are his numbers from last week's contest. 7 catches, 81 yards. Now White.
And he's able to pull that last pass in, but this is usually a pretty tough unit to try and maneuver against. They're in the top 10 in the league against the pass, and you and I both know there's not much difference between 1 and 10.
The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. So the big play gets him all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone here for 1st and 10. White. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And he's going to get a solid gain of 9 before being brought down. 2nd and right at a yard. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Throwing again on 2nd down, but this time it's incomplete. Time for a look at our starters here on defense. They've been very good this year against the pass, currently holding on to a top 10 ranking at number 10.
And I'm struggling a little bit trying to really categorize this crew. They're top 10 in the league against the pass, but the bottom half of the league in sacking the quarterback. That doesn't make sense. Imagine if this group ever put pressure on the QB, they'd easily move into the top 5.
White looks to throw. That one is caught by Hunt. And he's got the first down as he gets it to the 8. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. They'll try and run for it on 1st and goal. And this play doesn't go anywhere. Backwards, losing yardage to the 11. It's a loss of 4 there, bringing up 2nd down. So they get pushed back to the 11, and here's 2nd and goal. Here's White. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down. Here's White. Going to throw on 3rd and goal. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete.
That's it, baby.
The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
They had it first and goal, 3 attempts, couldn't get it in, so they settle for 3.
Yeah, the field tends to shrink a little bit the closer you get to the goal line, doesn't it? It doesn't sound right. It sounds a little counterintuitive. But you run out of space to run the deep routes, so they can just sit on the shorter stuff if you're going to throw. If you want to run it, there's just not as much space. They end up having to take 3 there.
Here's Jones. Off play action. He completes it to Tate. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. 16 yards the pickup there. The Colts have a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Now McCoy. And give him about 5 as he gets this up to the 48-yard line.
Brings up 2nd and 5.
From just shy of midfield, Jones. It's brought in left side by Tate. And he'll take it down shy of the 45 at the 46. 6 yards the pickup, and that's a first down. Throwing on first down, Jones. And it's caught, the tight end Hill. And he gets this inside the 35-yard line. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. Here's the 3rd-round pick from Memphis. It's Darrell Henderson. And this play will be blown up. He'll lose yardage back at the 38. That'll be a loss of 4 yards on the play. And that's going to make it 2nd and 14.
Quarterback, don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning.
They'll keep it on the ground with McCoy this time. So he got free of 1 tackle, but couldn't do a whole lot else. 3 yards is the pickup, but it leaves them still needing 11 here on 3rd down. Jones now to throw on 3rd down. And incomplete, a disappointing drop there defensively by the rookie. And now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Field goals all we've had so far. 3-3 now as the kick is away. These kickers now, it's like we take them for granted. Kicks like that used to be such a big deal, and now you just expect them to make it.
Yeah, you're exactly right, and we shouldn't take them for granted, but I have a theory about it. You want to hear it?
Yep.
They are more athletic now than ever before. Talk about kickers. Trace their backgrounds, trace their histories. You'll find that they were big-time athletes all along, but their kicking was so prevalent that we made them specialists.
Well, and now those 50-plus yarders seem easy for some reason. And they take him down, losing yardage back at the 27. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on 1st down. That pass play wound up for negative yardage, so here's 2nd and 11. To throw, White. And he completes it to Hunt. And he'll get it up to the 33-yard line. They had the catch on 2nd down, but it didn't help at all, and now they're looking at 3rd down here. These two teams all tied after 1. The Panthers on 3rd down, just 1 for 3 thus far. This will be 3rd and 5. Here's Hilliard. And he will not get there as they stop him short right around the 34-yard line. Just a 1-yard pickup there, and it'll be 4th down.
I know the scouting report on him is that he doesn't possess the eye discipline to be an elite linebacker. And what that means is his ability to read, react, and make a play. But on that one, he looked like one of those guys.
So possession goes over here on the punt. And the Colts are going to take over, albeit deep in their own territory.
4 down, let's go.
They'll start on the ground with McCoy. And he'll get this one up to about his 14. 3 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
A 3-yard pickup. Brings up second and 7.
On 2nd and 7, Jones. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Daniil Hunter in there to drop him for his 11th sack of the year. After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
Offense.
Not a great start to this drive. You had the sack, now the false start.
I mean, it doesn't take much to either read lips or just imagine what the head coach is saying right now. Get your head in the game, guys. Let's go.
McCoy. And he'll take this forward only up to about the 7. It's a gain of just 3, and the offense likely going to yield to the punting unit here on 4th down.
Well, he hasn't made much of an impact in the running game thus far, and after that last run, not much is going to change in that area.
He hasn't been able to get anything going, and really the offensive line not helping him much.
Come on, fellas.
Here's the Carolina offense as they get ready to take over here. You know, Charles, season winding down, time to maybe look ahead to the offseason. What do you see these guys going after either in the draft or free agency?
Well, with the season that they're having, just about every position is up for grabs right now. No one is really safe, but the focal point's always the quarterback position. And he may be auditioning to try and stay with his own current team. I think he's auditioning for the rest of the league to try and find a spot because I think this team is looking for a new quarterback.
And he was able to shed the tackle, but the reserves come in for the stop. Now 3rd down is looming. A pickup of 2 on 1st down and just 1 yard there.
Sometimes your philosophies get challenged at times you don't want them to. They did try to stick to the running game on the first 2 plays. Didn't amount to much.
And now facing a 3rd and long at the outset of this drive.
So many offenses want to include their running backs into their passing offense and be able to swing the ball out or check it down to them. But sometimes those guys are just not as comfortable catching the ball as they are running it.
And did they keep it in? They did. They kept it in. It's down close to the goal line at the 1 yard line.
You rarely call your punter a weapon, but he certainly was there. How about that? Pinning him down at the 1 yard line and helping out the defense in a big way. I'm telling you what, if I'm a defensive coordinator, I might be thinking safety right now.
Here's a throw out wide to Anderson. And no forward progress here. This is going to be a safety. Well, I think you can go ahead and give your punter an assist on that one. Pinned him deep, and the defense comes through with 2 points.
You're exactly right, partner. This was all set up by a great punt. And if the ball goes in the end zone, this never happens. So great call. Give the punt team and the punter some love.
Carolina getting set to take the field. And they're coming off a 3 and out, my friend.
I think they've got to look at that play sheet and go to a spot that they haven't gone before. Time to shake things up a little bit to try and get this offense moving.
Okay, so how do you do that? How do you shake things up?
You look at what you've called before, realize it hasn't worked
Go to
so
something
well,
else.
and maybe you try and find one of those special plays from one of your better players, and maybe try and hit something big and get things going in the excitement area.
Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch, good for 8 yards. Now White over the middle, and it's incomplete. The Panthers on 3rd down. Just 1 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. From the shotgun, here's White. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Morgan. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point splits the uprights, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. So they only needed 3 plays on that drive. And the end result, a Panthers touchdown. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. This is taken at the 3. And he's up across the 25 and down at the 28-yard line.
Let's go.
Here comes the Indianapolis offense now as they get set to take over. And the last time they had the football, they surrendered 2 points on the safety. They don't want to do that one again.
No, not at all. It's almost like a bases clearing double, isn't it? Give up a couple of runs.
Sure.
just messes things up for you offensively. But now they've got to go ahead, take it, set it aside, and move forward.
Give them 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. From the 31, Jones over the middle, complete to Tate. He's exceeded his receiving yards from a week ago, and we're still in the first half. It's a first down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on 1st and 10. Now a draw play. This is McCoy. He'll take this from the 40 up to the 45 for a gain of 5. 2nd down, it's Henderson. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. They'll say no gain on the play there. Now it'll be 3rd down. Now Jones. He'll set up the screen to McCoy. And they'll get him down as he's inside the 40. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 38-yard line. This offense finding its legs now. Here's another 1st and 10. Henderson now on 1st and 10. 2 yards on the carry there. It'll be 2nd down.
The tackle made at the 36-yard line.
We got 4.
2 yards on the pickup. It's 2nd down.
On 2nd down now, it's Henderson. So a nice job to break the 1 tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down.
He's brought down at the 31. That's a gain of 5.
From the gun on 3rd down, Jones. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Draymond Jones in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Are you seeing what I'm seeing? That's 3 sacks now, and this team came into the game in the bottom 5 in the league in sacks.
Yeah,
What's going on?
It's not been their bread and butter. I don't know, is a blind squirrel finding a nut, or is it something they can build on?
Well, they found some momentum. They found a crack in that offensive line, and they're putting it to good use.
On 1st down, it's White. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. So after the incompletion on 1st, now 2nd and 10. On the run, this is Hilliard. And good pressure defensively to stop him for a loss of a couple. And there's also a flag to go with it. You need your wide receivers as blockers. Sometimes they get a hold.
The big runs are often a result of what they do on the perimeter. In this case, got caught holding, and this one will come back.
And he's only able to work this from the 8 to the 10 for a pickup of 2.
Get him, boy! Get him, boy!
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him.
And he's going to go down right near the goal line. The officials look at each other. They're going to mark him at the 1-yard line.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. These guys had to punt their last possession, and that's become too familiar of a refrain. Too many of these drives just wound up going nowhere.
Well, you know how in baseball, when the pitcher gets a base hit and he's on base, they bring his jacket out to him to keep him warm? A lot of times the punter goes to the sideline, puts on sweatpants or a wrap over his leg to keep it warm. He might need a massage from the trainer right now from all the work he's getting.
Ready?
Now Jones on 1st down. Open man is Hill. He's got it. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on 1st down. Give him 9 there on the 1st down completion. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL. They try to throw on 2nd down, but this one is incomplete. They tried to throw on second down, unsuccessful. Now it's 3rd and 1. Back to throw. Jones, and unable to connect. If he had caught it, it would have been a first down. Instead, it's 4th.
And that drop will cause a little bit of angst for the play caller because you know they've worked all week game planning and flexing the tight end out and making it.
Oh, they get to the football. It's blocked. It's picked up alive, weaving through traffic, and now he's free. 30, 10, and he will score. Touchdown, Panthers. In for the score. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Pinheiro now to add the extra point. And that will make this a 16-point lead.
Makes the score Panthers 19, Colts 3.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. This one fielded at the 5. And he'll take it past the 25 and up to the 28-yard line. Here again comes the captain of this offense leading his crew back out there now. And maybe he's starting to wave the white flag a little bit. He's playing pretty well, but the pressure, it's got to him.
Has to find a way to step around it, step through it, or just handle it. Because as you mentioned, he's having a pretty good day overall. Just the hits keep coming and taking those sacks. That's not the way that they want to finish a ball game with a quarterback on the ground so much.
And he'd like to stay upright. When he's been upright, he's been pretty good. Now here's a pass on first down that's knocked away and incomplete.
Hey, guys, I got 15. 15's mine. I'm taking it.
Jones to throw again. Open man is Robbie Anderson. And they're going to have another first down as the tackle's made at the Panthers' 45-yard line. Looking to throw. Jones. Under pressure here, and down he goes. Sacked back at about the 43-yard line. The Colts going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with exactly a minute to go before halftime. They come up on 2nd and long, and the pass protection just has not been there this afternoon. Back to throw. Jones. And Anderson's got it. Now the Colts going to burn the second of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 55 seconds to go until halftime. From the midfield stripe, they'll look to throw. And this is going to be incomplete.
Intended for Josh Hill. Incomplete.
Some of the fans here don't seem too happy about what we've seen in this first half.
No, not at all, and I understand why. They look lethargic, out of sync, and it shows on the scoreboard.
And problems spreading to the punt team now. This one goes all the way into the end zone on the fly, so that'll come back to the 20.
Let's go, team. It's going to be a long day, offense. It's going to be...
On 1st and 10, White. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however. Let's see what that's about. So the contact came before the ball got there, and the flag is thrown.
Timing is everything, isn't it? And it's so hard to cover these great receivers. They have such great body control, and they can fake you out. In this case, as you described, got there before the ball got to the receiver. Penalty flag had to come out.
Now the Panthers going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 37 seconds to play in this first half. Throwing again on 2nd down. White throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. Now they face a 3rd down and 4 after that incompletion on 2nd down. Out of the gun, it's White. It's a short one here, complete to the tight end. The Panthers going to use the second of their timeouts as they stop it with 28 seconds to go in the first half of play.
Watch Mike, watch Mike. Watch the run. Tight left, tight left.
Now White with a first down throw. And that'll be incomplete.
Didn't have a receiver open downfield, and as it turned out, Couldn't even find his outlet man because of the coverage. It's way too tight. Unable to find anyone open.
On 2nd and 10. White and incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. 3rd down. To throw is White on 3rd down. Throwing for his running back, and he's got him complete. And taking it across midfield and inside the 45. Now the Panthers going to signal for their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half.
Here I come. Here I come.
Now White on 1st and 10. Throw left side complete. It's Hunt. And he's going to get this inside the 30. Give him 15 there, and the Panthers have a first down.
With the score, Panthers.
5th catch of the game for him there.
Yeah, and the tight end position is now becoming a volume pass catcher. Used to be occasional, right? Safety valve. Throw one to him every so often, but mainly they want him out there to block. Nowadays, an integral part of the passing game, and they create such great mismatches that they often become the leading receiver.
Lastly, let's check on one final game for you. And you can see they are scoreless as they play the 2nd quarter. Meanwhile, in our game, it's been a back-and-forth first half. Who can put it together in the 2nd half? For the answer, we turn it back over to our broadcast team of Brandon Godden and Charles Davis.
All right, Coach, thank you, and we welcome everyone back for quarter number 3. This fielded at the 2. And not a bad return here. He gets it out to the 25-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. They built a good first half lead. Now they have a chance to add on to it.
And what I'm thinking is that the offensive staff spent the entire halftime just working with them on, here's what we think they're going to do to attack us in the 2nd half. Nice first half that we've had, guys, but be prepared for some change-ups. We're going to see them when we kick it off in the 2nd half.
See how they handle any adjustments that might be made defensively. Incomplete, but a penalty flag is down in the backfield.
Holding.
Let's get the call. Umpire threw the flag, usually always indicates holding, and that's what we've got.
And you know, depending on their positioning, where you are on the field, the umpires get different responsibilities, but always making sure no one's holding.
It's a gain of 7 on the ground, but they'll be faced with 3rd and long.
Hey, Mike 52, Mike 52.
To throw on 3rd down, White. Got his man complete over the middle. It's Morgan. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the 1st at the 32. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
One of the money routes for any offense, the drag route. So tough to defend because the receiver can stop at any point and make himself available to the quarterback and get a completion. But I love the communication we saw there. All the defenders pointing at the receiver where he was going, and then they're able to rally to the ball after the catch and stop him short of a first down.
Here's Jones off the play fake. And that'll wind up incomplete. Try to give his man room to run under it, but it's 2nd down. After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Jones now operating from the gun. Gets this one to Hill. And that's not nearly going to be enough. Stopped at the 22, and he needed plenty more. They get 7 there, but it brings up 4th.
So much about this game is just understanding situations and then having to execute, isn't it? Guard the first down sticks. Don't let them get there. And they rallied and made the tackle.
It'll go as a 50-yard punt, 6 yards on the return. And the Panthers will take over now, 1st and 10. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33. White now. From the gun, he'll throw. It's a short one here, complete to his tight end. And I think we've got a hold here. It's a 5-yard pickup for the moment. Let's see what our referee says. It's a loss of 10 yards on the play. They're backed up here with a 1st and 20 now after the holding penalty. They'll run. It's Hilliard. If they didn't have that penalty a moment ago, it'd be a 1st down. Still a nice 13-yard pickup.
13 yards on the pickup. Brings up 2nd down.
From the 36, White over the middle, complete. That's Hunt. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 4 yards on the completion, and it sets up a 3rd down.
And partner, I think that was a great example that not all tight ends are created equal. Because everything was right. Got the completion, but he's not one of the more dynamic guys in the league. So even though he caught it, couldn't turn it into much more. It's always a goal, and it's really nice defensively when you can rally to the football and make sure there's enough contact to force an incompletion.
Force an incompletion and force another punt. And that one hits a little too close to the goal line, and it continues into the end zone for a touchback. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. These guys had to punt last time. It has not been a very fruitful game offensively thus far. They haven't even made a trip to the red zone.
And I know that everyone's going crazy on that sideline because that drives you berserk. You come off the field, not really move the ball well. As you said, not even get to the red zone, let alone, not even put points on the board. They've got to just take a deep breath, relax, try and figure out what is working and call more of that.
Now the throw pulled in by Anderson. That one for Indianapolis, resulting in 15 yards and a fresh set of downs.
30 base.
1st and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Now a fake on the give here as they try the run-pass option. The completion good for 3, and it's 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 7 at the 38.
From the 38, Jones
Get off the field, defense.
had his hands on it but dropped it. The rookie making a little bit of a rookie mistake, 3rd down.
Strong left.
These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. And the ball is out. Jones got hit and lost it. And it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to get the football at the 37-yard line. The pocket collapsed around him. I know we talk about it a lot, but a QB has to have that 6th sense, doesn't he?
He really does, and I know of one team at one point was training their quarterback with that time frame, and anytime he didn't get rid of the ball within the right amount of time, they would blow a horn or blow a whistle.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Al Woods, he's the one to get him, and that is sack number 7 for him on the year. Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on 2nd down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a carry here for Hilliard. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It'll be a loss of a full 3 yards there, and it also brings up 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long. Looking to throw. White. He's going to find his running back. It's complete.
Right there.
That's certainly playing down a distance very well by the defense, isn't it? Take whatever you want underneath, by all means.
On is the punt team now as this one's sent away. And no return here. Where will they spot it? They say just outside the 20-yard line. And the Colts coming out now. And the turnover last time, that's sort of been symptomatic of their struggles here in this one.
Good word. I like it, though, because you're exactly right.
Like that, don't you?
All game long, they've struggled moving the ball, turning it over on the last possession. Is that word again, symptomatic?
Yeah.
I like that.
Your analysis symptomatic of the success of this broadcast.
What I like is that you gave me the word, and I just kept using it.
So the opening play of the drive goes backwards. Now they'll come up on 2nd and 12.
Get it.
10th carry now for McCoy. This will be a short gain of 3 before he's brought down at the 22. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. Operating from the gun, Jones. He's going to loft one deep left side here. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
This defense is continuing to contest every deep ball that is thrown downfield. And, look, it doesn't matter whether you're playing man or zone. Eventually, that becomes man on man, and you've got to trust yourself and go up at that moment of truth and make a play on the football.
Let's go, baby.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This crew had to punt last time they had the ball, but when you've got a lead like this, you content to play the field position game?
You are to an extent, especially if you like your defense, because you have the lead, you've been controlling the game. But why put them in a tougher spot? You want to get out there and get something done on offense and maybe take command of this game yourself.
They'll run again with Hilliard. And able to break one tackle, but then quickly brought down. After getting stuffed on 1st down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. White to throw on 3rd down. A bullet throw, but incomplete. Here's the Panthers punter now. He's been terrific so far. Great coverage there all around. Really didn't have many options to throw the football.
Very little chance that that one was going to be completed. Every receiver was locked up.
We'll call that a 49-yard punt with a return of just 2. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. Now out comes their leader and the captain of this offense back onto the field. And this is, unfortunately for him, a montage he's probably not going to want to keep here for his files.
And I'm not so sure that he would describe it as a spotlight, although it is beating down on him pretty well, as is the rush. He's been hit, harassed, uncomfortable. It's been a really, really tough day for him.
Been sacked 6 times. See all that pressure coming from all angles. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's McCoy. And not much. Maybe a yard up to the 29. These guys have punted 4 times already, and they're staring at a 5th, barring a conversion here on 3rd down. Throwing, Jones. Now they go screen. It's complete. McCoy's got the 1st down and more as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward.
Let's give a little credit there. The offensive play caller, since that the screen pass was available, whenever you're getting a lot of heavy pressure towards your quarterback, that's when you're thinking about running the screen and using that pressure against the defense. And it worked very well there for a 1st down.
And he'll get into the end zone. Touchdown, Indianapolis. Robbie Anderson, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to pull a bit closer. So a nice touchdown pass for the rookie there. And, you know, as they go down the stretch, look, they're not a playoff team. This is just confidence building and growth time for him, right?
Yeah, it's a game within the game, isn't it? Because every team wants to win all games on their schedule. But the development of this rookie quarterback is paramount for this team. So you're exactly right. Every rep, doesn't matter what the game, what the situation, what the score, valuable for him, valuable for his team as they look towards next year.
Green brings it in. And he'll wind up short of the goal line, so they will not be able to get this back within a score, as this remains a 10-point differential. So unable to throw it in for 2 from the 2. Let me ask you, as a former DB, what changes there around the goal line on a 2-point conversion as far as how you're defending it?
You just make sure you never back up and you never retreat. You establish yourself really on the line of scrimmage, put your heels on the goal line at worst, and if they're going to throw the ball, make them throw it over your head, because they're going to run out of space because of the back of the end zone. Never let a guy catch one in front of you.
White, and that is incomplete. So after the incompletion, 2nd and 10 from the 22.
Second and 10 at the 22-yard line.
Here's White throwing again. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down. Big play coming up. Here's 3rd and 10.
I would expect to see some pressure here.
The pressure drops off as they'll look to throw. And he'll find Akins there, complete. And they'll get it all the way up about 5 yards shy of midfield.
As far as tight ends go, this guy's not a speed burner. He's much more of an inline blocking type of a tight end. But how about this last play? Made a nice catch and picked up a first down.
That's what impresses me about him. When he's called upon, usually gets it done. Officially no gain on the play, and it's 2nd down. Looking to throw on 2nd down. White caught by Wilson. And he'll be out of bounds just shy of the 40. 13 yards, first down, Panthers. So the ref takes a peek here, wants to see if the receiver had possession and both feet inbounds.
If this were a college game, this would be a legal catch. It's the 2nd foot that they're looking at to make sure it gets down. You have to have 2 inbounds in the NFL.
White's pass.
We got this.
On the ready.
36.
A gain on the play.
Well, he challenged the play. It did not pay off.
And that means he lost a timeout in that challenge.
And as a coach, you hate that. Don't know if you took the advice of the player, you threw it yourself, but it didn't go your way.
At the end of the day, it all comes back to the head coach. He has the final determination on whether to actually challenge the play or not. In this case, it didn't pay off for him.
And that's got to be so heartbreaking. You throw that flag, you probably feel really confident, and then all of a sudden, boom, you lose the challenge.
Yeah, when you take a look at it, you're throwing that flag because you believe you're going to be right. And when it comes back the other way, you have to regroup.
So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. From the gun, White. Got an open man, it's Aitman. 5 yards on the catch there, brings up 2nd down. 2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down.
At the Colts 24-yard.
Now White. And this is incomplete. Marcel Aitman, the intended target. And it's 3rd down. They come up now 3rd and 5 following the incomplete pass. To throw is White, operating from the gun. And he's got his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And he will be very close to a first down, but I see the closed fist of the referee, and that means 4th down.
Whether you're playing West Coast offense or not, one of the maxims of the West Coast offense is you're either throwing a touchdown or a check down. In other words, look for the big shot, but be smart. I think they did exactly that on that play. They didn't get the first down, but they're taking care of the ball well.
Yeah, and being rightly cautious with that lead here in the second half. So they settle for just the 3, but clearly right now anything helps trying to salt this one away in the 4th.
Without a doubt, obviously a touchdown probably would have been the final nail to finish this thing off, but they still ate up time, got points. So while it's not mission accomplished, it's darn close.
Now Jones throwing on 1st down. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. Once again, they'll come up on the 26-yard line, 2nd and 10. Jones going to throw again. That'll be taken in by Anderson. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. They face a 3rd and 4 after that last completion gets them 6. Back to throw. Jones. And Tate's got it. And he goes out of bounds just shy of the 45. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. 4th quarter, every drive so critical, and you figure may only get one more shot after this, so a touchdown's imperative on this drive.
It is, but you also have to think to yourself in play calling, don't hold anything back. Don't save it for the 2nd touchdown. You got the first one for the 2nd one to even matter.
Now Jones is hit. He lost the football, and the Panthers have recovered.
Brandon, I don't want to violate any of our broadcasting rules by declaring a game over before it's over, but that one, that puts them in real jeopardy there.
Absolutely. It was a 2-possession game. It is a 2-possession game at this stage in the 4th. They needed points out of that drive.
And obviously now, no chance at all to get those points that they so desperately needed.
Now the Panthers offense, they get set to come back onto the field. And they split the uprights last time for 3. They've got the lead. They're not going to play this conservative. They're not hoping for another field goal. They're hoping for a touchdown.
I'm with you on that one. I like where your head is. I like the way you're thinking because you're exactly right. Trying to sit on a lead and play that way, that doesn't work too well for most teams. Run your offense. Run what you do best. Exactly. Put it all the way down and try to increase your lead in a big way. And the best way to do it, touchdowns.
Another throw on second down, and this one incomplete as well. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now whistles here, and it looks like we've got a Panther that's having some difficulty down there getting up. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Averaging 50 yards a boot so far as this one's away. The Colts come to the line ready to start their next drive. And a fumble last time. Ball security. Talk about it all the time in the National Football League. They've got to be better at it on this drive.
Don't you think that when every team gets together for the first time, I don't care if it's OTAs, mini camps, first day of camp in the regular season, ball security comes up about, what, the second sentence of the coach's address?
And those are so many drills focus on that.
All the time, and they do drills to make it even tougher to simulate game situations. Doesn't always work out, though.
Now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage. Looking to throw. Jones. Call it a pickup of 7, and it's a 2nd down. Able to get 7 on that first down pass play. 2nd and 3. 2nd and 3. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. And he'll get it inside the 40 to the 39. They'll get 3 as the drive continues. It's a 1st down. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
Here's Jones. From the gun, he'll throw. He completes it to Tate. A good pickup there. 8 yards on the first down completion. Facing a 2nd and 2 after that last catch. Good for 8 yards. 2nd and 2. This one complete to Scott Miller. And he'll be brought down at the 27-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. Jones now on 1st down. That is incomplete.
My good friend, I'm just going to pose the question to you. Did that look like a pass that he should have thrown?
Now, the rookie probably needs to be a little bit more careful in these situations.
Yeah, that throw will turn him into a veteran quicker, but not in the way that he wants. He wants to learn his lessons by making good throws, not throws like that.
And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the 2nd down pass play only went for 2. Back to throw. Jones. He's got his man. This is Tate. And he will be brought down at about the 6-yard line. Now, after the completion, we're going to get a timeout, an injured player. Not something you want to see in Week 16 or any week, really. We'll be right back. Now Jones operating from the gun. And he takes this one in for a Colts touchdown. LaShawn McCoy, his 5th touchdown now on the year, as his guys are back within a single score. Well, I think, and correct me if I'm wrong, but his top 2 options were not available on that throw, so he went the safe route. Worked out pretty well.
It was like you were in the pocket. How about you going through the progressions like that? What a lot of offenses say, touchdown to check down. Look downfield first, bring it back to the line of scrimmage. Not easy for a rookie to do. Oftentimes they get one look, and they make their decision off of that. He went through 3. That was impressive.
Extra point good by Hopkins. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. This fielded at the 2. And he'll get it up to about the 26-yard line just across the 25. And as this offense makes their way back out, it's AFC playoff race time as we give you a look. And with the final fortnight of games upon us, teams jockeying for position. Some of these games really starting to take enormous importance as they always do this time of year.
I like how you use fortnight.
I'm impressed, don't you?
I am impressed. That means 2 weeks, if I'm not mistaken.
That does.
But how about exactly what you're talking about? Going down the stretch, how much importance is placed on these games. Look, everyone talks about every game's important. When you get to this time of year, maybe that importance gets quadrupled. And that's where we are right now to see who can make their last run, their last push to get into the playoffs.
So a loss of 5, and it'll be second down. White looks to throw. And a flag comes in as that one falls incomplete.
Illegal touching.
Well, let's see who this is on. So this will be accepted as it moves the offense backwards. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on third down. From the shotgun, here's White. That one is caught by Hunt. And he'll be brought down at the 28, and that is well short of the first. First down would have been nice, but now you get to kick the field goal, still go up 2 scores.
They tried to get it, though, didn't they? Threw the pass, got the completion just short of the first down. But you're exactly right. Run the field goal unit out there, kick it, put it through the post, go up 2 scores.
It's a 45-yard punt, just a 1-yard return. And possession will switch hands, 1st and 10. Robbie Anderson making his way back onto the field. Seems like the measuring stick for a receiver for a great game is 100 yards. Well, he's well past that now.
And as we analyze how he's getting him, that's where it really becomes fun because, let's face it, they keep sending coverage at him, keep trying to put the pressure on, yet he finds ways downfield and finds openings. That's a really crafty receiver.
Now, meanwhile, a pass that should have been intercepted, but it winds up falling incomplete. Robbie Anderson, the man he was looking for, and it's 3rd and short. Now Jones, a big spot for the rookie from Duke. They got the win last week despite not having any interceptions. Tried to come up with one there, could not, but there's a stat category called PBU, pass breakup. That's important too, and they got one.
Yeah, there's no doubt about it because at least you're there, knocking the ball away, offense isn't possessing it, making plays downfield, and you just continue to harass the receivers, harass the quarterback, and maybe the big play does occur down the road.
And now a throw on 1st down there, but it's incomplete. To throw again on 2nd down. Jones, he finds McCoy.
Holding offense.
Well, there have been a ton of sacks. They were just trying to prevent another.
So what you're telling me is the conventional way has not really worked for them, huh?
Not at all.
Not all. So he tries to grab him here, and they still get caught.
A 2nd down pass play there, but it's incomplete. An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. Daniil Hunter in there to get him. Sack number 14 for him on the year.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Fielded just inside the 20. A big kick that time, 52 yards. And now will come the offense as they take over.
Here we go. 60 or. Watch QB drop. Watch QB drop. He's checking. Let's go.
They'll run on 1st down. It's Scott. A short gain here, maybe a yard to the 29.
Hey, you got it. You got it. You got it.
1-yard gain brings up 2nd and 9. After 29 yards.
Now flags will come in. I think this one's going to be on the defense for jumping.
Defense.
So a jump there defensively.
And it's a killer. Watch the football.
Still 2nd down.
Don't move across the line of scrimmage until the ball moves.
The ball gets bumped up. It's now 2nd and 4 after the penalty. Operating from the gun. White. Throw over the middle. Finds Aitman. And he'll get up to the 43-yard line. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a 1st down. On first down, it's Scott. He'll get a nice chunk there on the first down run, and it's 2nd and 4. Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down.
2nd and 4 at their 49-yard line.
Here's White. Open man here is Scott, complete. And this time he's able to take it down to the 42. 9 yards to pick up there, and it's a first down. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. From the gun, White. Looking sideline, incomplete. We've got a one-score game with inside of 2 minutes remaining. So it's Panther football as we welcome you back. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. On 2nd down, it's Scott. And he's going to have to protect the football and take his lumps here at this stage of the game as they stop him behind the line. For the Colts, an extra defensive back in there now on 3rd down. They go again with Scott. And this time he's going backwards. So after the no gain on the last attempt, here they get him behind the line. Here's the Panthers punter now as he's on here to punt it away. And the punt over the side in the air, and the spot will be inside the 35. The Indy offense at the line and set to go. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
That hold coming from the left side of the line.
Hands got caught in the cookie jar on that one, and the flag came out. Penalty against him.
A good start to the drive. Here's that's caught out on the left side. And they're going to have this across midfield and inside the 45. He'll look to throw. The catch and run pays off to the tune of 35 yards. And he'll be out just a yard or two shy of the 30. Indianapolis moving the chains there on a gain of 12. From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10. They'll look to throw. This for his running back, McCoy. I call it no gain there on the first down play. Jones signaling, let's go, trying to get his guys up to the line. And he can't get a throw off. He's taken down. What a huge play at this point in the game. Back to throw.
Enough takes a start to have a good drive, quite like a big loss on a sack, does it?
Now they're looking at a 3rd and long, and suddenly the momentum shifted to the other side of the football.
And old Mo is a very, very fickle man.
Tight end right. Hey, you got 3 steps.
Jones throwing on 4th down. He's going to let it fly. And that'll be incomplete with 11 seconds remaining now. They had to go for it with such little time remaining, and the Panthers will get the football back. The Panthers down to a knee out of the victory formation. So this one is over. A victory for Carolina. And I tell you, this was a fun one. Just a close game. Nothing comes easy in this league, as you know. They had to work for that victory.
I've got to go back to what you just said. Nothing comes easy in this league. How many times have we talked to coaches prior to a game and assessed, the strengths, the weaknesses, the whole deal? Even in games when one coach was a decided favorite, what do they always say to us? But you do know this is really a 7-point league. 7 points either way usually decides a ball game. We had exactly that in this one.
And not only that, but this is a gutsy road victory, one they can hang their hat on. So for the Panthers, many wondered if a second win would come, but here it is as they climb to 2-13 now. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for Indianapolis, things get even uglier now as they fall to 2-13. And they'll be on the road next week as they get a date with the Jaguars in Jacksonville. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.